Morning, folks. Today's soap is brought to us from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. This is an older label. This Crown King, called Holiday. This one here has got mint, patchouli, and lime scent. And for me, it's pretty straightforward for my nose. Yeah, that's what it looks like there on the inside. I also got the matching aftershave here. My wife doesn't like patchouli. That's the reason why I kind of, every once in a while you got to throw in a scent that maybe not exactly pleasing to the wife. I also already put a hot towel to the face this morning, so my pre-shave routine is going to change up a little bit. I'm going to be using if I get that off there, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. This is Ice Cube here. I'm going to be using it for my pre-shave. Blade of choice today. Thought I would throw this in there. I have no idea how this is going to work out. This one here is called a sharp titanium. I never used a titanium blade that I can think of. It's going to be interesting to see how this one here plays out. And I've got it inside the fine marble razor. As it goes for packaging, it's one of those things that I like. For instance, an engineering marvel, and back here, comfortable and efficient. And then on the back side of the box, it gives you some of the details of the shaver. In other words, it tells you that it's total length is 87 millimeters and the weight is total weight is 93 grams. In other words, just tidbits of information here and there that I appreciate on the packaging. For me, it's a I guess you might say a neat point that I appreciate. And I've got it whipped up here in my scuttle, Crown King scuttle, and it's a little thicker than normal, just a little bit. This particular brush, Greg Wagner off of Facebook, a couple of years back, he saw one of my postings and showed me that he had one of these that he thought that I might be interested in. And yes, I thought it was a pretty cool idea. Oh, yeah, I should go show you what the backside looks like. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was pretty cool. And of course, here's the shave of the day. It's got just a tiny bit of overhang. For those that shave underneath the nose, that might be important to know. But fit and finish looks really nice. Yeah, those safety bars are huge. It has a wee bit of weight behind it. It feels pretty nice to me. I'm going to go ahead and wet the face, and I have not used the Ice Cube in a while. Starting to miss it. All right. I have seen different methods of applying the pre-shave soap, and for me, especially this one here, if you use the tube, going against the grain will probably be the more preferred method of applying it. I just, how can you say, rub it on there, and my face is just damp, and so is the cube here. You can smell the menthol. It's down 30 degrees, in other words, below freezing here in Oklahoma this morning. So I just thought, why not? And then I just add a little bit more water to the pre-shave soap and just work it in. I don't wash it off by any means. I leave it on there. And depending on how much pre-soap you actually put on your face, I have, how can you say, gotten carried away and put quite a bit, and just with my hand worked up a pretty good lather. I think what I'll do here pretty soon, of all the, how can you say, assorted pre-shave soaps and oils that I've got, do a little video on all the different kinds. I mean, as it goes for there's some of them, in other words, the Ice Cube, and then there's which it's that one there. Then you got the one that's black that's got the bamboo charcoal, I think, that's in it, if I remember correctly. I think I add just a little bit more water to that. But as it goes for pre-shave routines, if you haven't heard me before, that's probably the biggest game changer. The easiest one to do is your pre-shave routine. I like the lime and the mint. The lime and the mint working together. Thought that was a pretty good idea. In other words, sometimes I'm not sure what the inspiration was for the scent, but the fact that the lime and the mint together adds that twist to it, in my opinion. Makes a nice scent to it, at least for my nose. Like I say, my nose is pretty simple. Well, so far, just right off the start, the blade feels pretty good. Sometimes if the blade's going to not work out too well, usually in other words, I would already know if it's one that's going to have me wanting to look for another blade. Now, if I remember correctly, and I'll have links down below, I think this company is based in Bangladesh. So in other words, a little bit different country than what we see typically. In other words, Russia, Egypt, Pakistan. In other words, you see a lot of blades coming out of those locations, but not so much when it comes to Bangladesh. And there's the titanium, platinum, I can't remember, there's like 3 or 4 different versions. Chromium, I think, is another one of them. So in other words, if it's if you don't like one, maybe you like another one. And I've got I think I did choose a pack of all of them. We'll see how they work out. This shaver, if you haven't heard or seen any videos about this shaver, it's a smooth shaver. I mean, it is really nice. They do a pretty good job meeting what they're saying on the package about being comfortable and efficient. I know the first time I tried it, it was just like, yeah, I mean, they got this one right. Feeling that a number of people would, how you say, appreciate this shaver. Not a whole lot of blade feel, it is there, but it's not to the point where it's eye-opening and, shocking or anything quite like that. With this blade here so far, it's been pretty smooth. I mean, I noticed that it's cutting, but it's not, in other words, it's very smooth. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Of course, against the grain will be the next one. Even that down there on my neck, where it's a little bit more tender, more sensitive, it seemed to do pretty well. Blade's working really well with this shaver. Not that I didn't think it would. I mean, having experience with this shaver, it seems to have that tendency to, whatever blade it seems like I put in there seems to work just fine. I know that's not always the case. With some shavers, you change blades and there's a huge difference, noticeable. This one here is still pretty smooth. So in other words, if I was to stick with this setup here, I'd be just fine with it. These blades are not expensive. I'm wanting to say, I can't remember for sure whether a 100 pack was like $10.99. Can't remember right off the top of my head. Anyhow, I'll have a link down below. This is not CK6. This is the, I guess you might say, the first version of Crown King, and this version works fine for me. Nice warm lather this morning. And of course, you know, for some people, if you're from that school of thought, warm lather, I think also the warmth, the heat, also helps bring out the scent of the soap. Helps fill the bathroom with it. It does smell good. I like lime though. I'm a lime person. I lime beard oil, you know, pre-shaved the whole 9 yards. I could do lime. Lime's good for me. I guess you might say citrus, and altogether citrus is one of those scents that I do appreciate. This is a great shave. I really do like this shaver. I've tried not to use it too much. It's like I've got a Rockwell 6C, which will be in a video this month. I do enjoy that shaver. I try not to use it too much because it does make it hard to use some of my other razors. It's not that I don't like them. Is that some of these shaves so smooth. Enjoyable shaves. And you don't have to give it much thought. In other words, not a whole lot of concentration here. Shave that or a straight razor or something like that where I really need to focus. These shavers I've been shaving with here recently they're pretty easy going. Now, I will be doing one with an R41 and some of those more aggressive shavers. For me, Gillette old type open comb. That shaver there, it is one that you have to pay attention to. At least I do. It's similar to Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements slant open comb oxblood. Boy, that one there, yeah, got to pay attention to that one. Most of the other shavers I've used here recently, though, are pretty easy going. And this one here is nice. It runs usually, in other words, everyday price is about 40 bucks. You might be able to find it on sale. It may have been on sale for Black Friday. I don't know. Got a white ring now on my on my shirt collar. This soap, this Crown King soap, I would not have a problem stopping right there on my normal shave routine. The face feels really nice, soft, moisturized. I can't put my finger on what it is that's in this soap that makes your face feel that way. Where it's, I mean, just a tad bit different than other soaps. Only got a little bit of stinging right through here. Just a little bit. Nothing major. Mentholated, unscented, Stirling's witch hazel. In between the Ice Cube and this right here, and if you had anything else that you was using in your shaver that has menthol, it's just like piling on. As it goes for the cooling effect. Base feels so good. That is one thing that I guess you might say that sometimes I think maybe it gets left out of comments in the shave, is that, you know, the striving for the smooth and the comfortable shave. I get a relatively decent shave. In other words, without putting out a whole lot of effort, just doing the normal, you know, with the grain, cross the grain, against the grain. And if you can't handle this direction, which is referred to as against the grain, going different directions on the across the grain probably will do the trick. depending on how your whiskers are growing. I know I can do, if I was to reverse directions on my across the grain and not go against the grain, I would have just as nice of a shave, just because of how my whiskers, how they're growing. Man, this is awesome. Nice cooling effect this morning. This is, yeah, you know, when I get out of the bathroom, this is going to be coming out of the bathroom, that scent. And my wife's going to pick it up, and she's going to wrinkle up her nose. She has a nose for patchouli, and she does not like it. She said that's an old woman scent. That's the reason why she doesn't like patchouli. This is great stuff. It's not exactly available right now either, so if you're interested, you might have to do the buy-sell trade thing. Boy, I just got that stuff all over my shirt. Had a great shave this morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe, stay healthy, and smooth shaves to you.